Well, it's Spider-Man week. It's finally here, but there's another little movie that came out this week as well, which is titled Nightmare Alley. And also at the end of this video, I'm going to give you a top five Bradley Cooper performances ranked. Nightmare Alley is the follow-up to Guillermo del Toro's Oscar-winning film Shape of Water, and I think he does an even better job with this film than his last. In the movie, it's Bradley Cooper in the main role, with Kate Blanchett, Toni Collette, Willem Dafoe, Richard Jenkins, Rooney Mara, Ron Perlman, and many more. And they're just all, each role is like perfectly cast. I was so invested in each person's story and loved each person's own unique thing about them at this carnival. And this is just a fantastic movie all around. It's got great directing and great tone by Del Toro. It really feels like one of his movies, and you're just sucked into this world he's created, and you're living in this carnival and then living this man's life as he goes and becomes bigger than just a carny. But this movie shows the rise and fall of a man and just how he can get caught up in his own trick and just get going too deep. And this movie's filled with foreshadowing of this man's life played by Bradley Cooper, and it's just, you can tell where it's going at one point, but you're like, no, don't do that, but he's already gone too far and he can't help it. One scene that does stick out to me is the lie detector test scene that Bradley Cooper goes into, and it just shows like how much he has fallen and how much he's sucked into this world that he's created for himself. And for me, this is the best Bradley Cooper performance I think there is. He's very memorizing on screen, very subtle in the beginning, and then you see this growth he has in this character and just getting confidence, taking more risks compared to what he was in the beginning. And it's awesome to see that, and to see the arc of this character is so great. And Bradley Cooper's performance just gives this movie even greater props from me, because it's something that you don't really see in Bradley Cooper too often. Is a great performance. He's done with Stars Born, and now he's given another one, an even better one, I think, maybe his best yet in this performance. And just to go along with the acting and directing, this movie also has great special effects, especially on the dead bodies that happen. You just get these quick glimpses at the faces of these dead bodies and how mutilated they are, and just the blood squirting out. And it's really great special effects and some CGI, but it feels like it's mostly practical, which is good to see. And then lastly, I feel the set design is very on point here too, with the carnival and just the time period the movie's set in. It's set in the 1940s, early 1940s, mid 1940s. And you're taken to that time period. You're taken into the carnival. Bradley Cooper's character goes into this like devil walkthrough ride, and it's just very well designed, very well shot. The lighting was great in it. It was a great scene, and something that stuck out in my mind is just the set design that Del Toro went through for this movie, and just showing us getting more invested into this character because we're living with him in this time period on this carnival. So when you go out to see Spider-Man this weekend, I know all you are, you should also check out Nightmare Alley, either double feature the next day, because it's really, really worth it. This is a very high score for me. I'm gonna give it a 95 out of 100. It's in theaters now. Go check it out. I really encourage you to do so and get your own opinion on it, and let me know in the comments what you think. Okay, so we'll just go into the top five Bradley Cooper performances and my ranking real quick. We'll start at number 5, which is Limitless. Great little film. Love the concept of it. Yeah. And then at number 4, it's Guardians of the Galaxy. Just him playing Rocket. The voice is great. And I just love Rocket in each film he pops up, and I'm kind of including him in all of them. Just the same character, but you see the growth through the films too, that the character goes through, this little trash panda. And then at number 3, I gotta do The Hangover. It's a very good comedy performance from him. He started with Wedding Crashers, and he just built upon this in this movie. In Hangover, I think he's my favorite character out of the 4. Zach Galifianakis is up there, but Bradley Cooper just has more to do in the film and is very well centered, and he creates problems, but he also can solve them in The Hangover. And that number 2, it has to be Star is Born, his Oscar nominated movie. Performance in that one, very great. You just see him delving deeper into alcoholism in that movie, and just the heartbreak he goes through, and how much he wants to do good in the world and Star is Born, but ultimately can't. And then lastly, at number 1, it's Nightmare Alley. It's the movie I just saw this weekend that you should check out. I see an Oscar nomination, maybe win in his future for this movie. I really enjoyed it, loved it. Make sure you go check it out.